All right, everybody, how's it going? It is Monday, February 14th, 2022, and happy Valentine's Day to those who, like the day or whatever. And yeah, sadly, the NFL season has come to a close, but the NFL offseason begins, and basically we never stop sleeping here, so we have some videos we have to make. As more news comes out, of course, we're going to cover it, and yeah, that's kind of how we do things. Offseason, we tend to stay a little bit more up on our toes about making videos. They're more regular. Plus, we have the USFL starting. We have hopefully baseball starting up at some point. So yeah, anyway, despite everything coming to a close, late last night this was announced, and I'm very excited to talk about this. This 1:30 a.m. They announced that there's an investigation going in. Basically, you could tell by the title of the video, the Miami Dolphins are in a little bit of a trouble regarding Brian Flores' tanking allegations that he was bribed to tank. As you can read here in this tweet, if tanking allegations are proven true, Dolphins owner Stephen Ross would face severe discipline, up to and including Ross losing the team by a vote of fellow owners. So we'll read that article in a second, but basically, the owners can basically bring this to a vote if they feel like, Goodell basically, we'll go into it, but Goodell basically said that due to the integrity of this situation, the owners probably should vote to get rid of Stephen Ross as an owner. This is a big deal. Tanking is a big deal, right? Like, we know teams tank, everybody tanks. It's something that's regularly done in the NFL, but it's not something you're supposed to openly do. You're not supposed to, pay coaches to lose. You're not supposed to openly try to tank. If you're just a bad team and you're losing, there's not much, they can't really prove anything. But like, if they can prove that you're trying to purposely lose games, then they have to act, because that's bad, especially the potential bribing. So we'll read this article pretty much verbatim because it's might as well. It's by Ian Rappaport, of course, published at 1:02 in the morning. Dolphins Stephen Ross could lose team by owner vote if NFL investigation into taking allegations are proven true. This was obviously written pretty late, so there's probably going to be some weird errors in here. Let's see, though. The NFL is investigating the Miami Dolphins after former coach Brian Flores alleged in a recent lawsuit that team owner Stephen Ross offered him money to lose games. Let's see. Sources informed of the league's investigation say the probe has only just begun, and investigators plan to speak with all relevant parties as soon as possible. It's clear that the league takes the possibility of tanking extremely seriously, seeing it as a threat to the integrity of the game, with Goodell saying that Wednesday during his Super Bowl news conference that if there were violations, they won't be tolerated. Case in point, if the league investigation finds Ross offered Flores $100,000 for each loss during the 2019 season, as he alleges, the discipline could be severe, up to and including Ross losing the team by a vote of fellow owners. Goodell addressed the concept of an owner being voted out last Wednesday, noting that I do believe that clubs do have the authority to remove an owner from the league. So basically, he's kind of saying like this could be something that happens. A league source confirmed that owners could in fact vote a fellow owner out of the league could vote a fellow owner out under the most dire circumstances based on league's rules, which would require 3/4 of the owners doing so. He's adamantly denied so. The allegations are as seriously as they get. I couldn't speculate on what they be because we have to find out what the facts are. What's the outcome, Goodell said. And when we know these facts, and when we know what those facts are and the impact it has on our game, we will deal with it very seriously, just as we will if there's any discrimination in the league. They will be dealt with very seriously. So basically, he's saying that, if we can prove that these are true, they're going to be punished, it sounds like, very severely. And it sounds like Goodell's going to ask the owners to potentially have a league meeting or a vote to see if they want to still have Mr. Ross as a fellow owner of the league, of a team in the league. So that's pretty big news. Right? Obviously, we don't know how true the allegations are, how provable they are, if there's any way to actually prove these things, or if this is just kind of hearsay and we don't really know. The investigation will happen. It's always a little suspect when the league is investigating itself, but it's also like, I think they actually take this kind of stuff pretty seriously, and this could be the end for Mr. Stephen Ross, because I could see the other owners getting really upset about something like this, at the fact that like this guy just basically almost exposed their tanking schemes that they all do. So that could be more it. Like, oh no, we could get in trouble for tanking too. We have to get rid of the guy who can't cover his own tracks. That could be the reason he gets voted out. Plus, some of the owners are probably a little upset with, like, wow, they're really just openly doing that. I thought that was kind of a joke in the league or something, losing on purpose. What? Plus, like, there's also this weird connection with Stephen Ross and, like, I believe one of the major sports books. He's like a major investor or owns one of them or something like that. And hold on, let's double check on that. Stephen Ross sports book. Did sports betting investor Stephen Ross? Yeah, he's a major sports betting investor. See, like, you can kind of like look into that and be like, oh, okay, so that's a little confusing, but I don't know. So my thoughts is he's probably, if they can prove this, he's probably going to lose the team. It seems like the Dolphins will have a new owner in the coming months if the allegations are proven true, because I do believe this will probably be the axe for this guy. And then we'll also probably be seeing another owner lose his team very shortly as well, probably via owner vote. The owners are probably going to have to replace 2 guys this year. And along with the Broncos, it's probably going to be Washington Commanders. And apparently now the Miami Dolphins are all potentially the Broncos will definitely have a new owner. Washington seems like they're going to have a new owner. And the Dolphins, if this is all proven true, it seems like they're also going to be in the market for a new owner. 2 NFL teams are about to be up for sale pretty soon. That's pretty crazy. With the Broncos being a third team, that was a more normal situation for a sale, not being forced out because of Dan Snyder or Stephen Ross being complete idiots. Well, one guy's just kind of an idiot. The other guy's is an amoral, bankrupt piece of garbage in Dan Snyder, and the other guy's just Stephen Ross, who's an idiot, it appears. I don't know. It's kind of complicated. We'll know more as the story progresses, as the investigation goes out and things come out. But right now, it does not look good for Mr. Stephen Ross and the Miami Dolphins. It does not look like he'll be their owner for too much longer, as it stands right now. But we'll see what Flores has, what kind of proof they have, what kind of evidence is able to be conjured up, and we'll see if the allegations of being paid for $100,000 a loss are true. If so, Dolphins might be for sale. Who wants to buy a Miami team? All right, thank you guys so much for listening. Let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, all that YouTube stuff or whatever. And make sure you leave your thoughts. I'll be sure to get back to you. It's kind of a crazy situation that's developing with the Miami Dolphins. It's getting worse and worse and worse. For the actual players and guys on the team, it's not that big a deal. It's really just ownership that's the issue right now. Everything else is fine for the Dolphins. It's just ownership. Much like Washington, everything would be better if we didn't have such a shitty owner. But yeah, all right, so that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts. I'll be sure to get back to you. Have a good rest of your day, night, morning, whenever you listen to this, and we'll keep you up to date when we find out more news on stuff. We'll be following this story for sure. All right, peace out. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.